Hello. I'm honestly like, it's already the third video running. The third video I'm recording one after the other because I haven't recorded for like 2 weeks, I think. Oh, and I'm like, maybe it's like getting a bit old that I'm in the same place, dressed the same as well. But what can you do? Maybe if I record any more today, I will like change my outfit so that people can, I don't know, look at what I'm dressed in. I don't know. But also, it's true that I'm like most often dressed in the same thing these days, and I'm really like comfy with that. Okay, I had like a few things saved up for the next idea, and the idea I've chosen for this one, is doubt in your writing is a poison. Meaning, doubting what you are doing is poisonous. I don't mean that you have to be like, what I wrote is wonderful, it's fantastic, it's great. The world will see it, and the oceans will overflow, and all the world issues will be solved, and it's so great. And it's like, it's like this perfume in this movie where the perfume was so good that people just ripped him apart. The creator of the perfume, they were like, oh, they wanted the it was so great that they just simply ripped him to shreds. And yeah, that was that was the end of the movie, probably. But yeah, um what I mean is, like, when I think about this phrase, doubt on your writing is a poison, I think about J.K. Rowling, who's one of my all-time, I don't know, one of the women I worship is the right word, I think. One of my favorite modern writers and writers of all time, because I feel like I, I mean, I can't even express. Like, I know that there is like controversial things related to her, but I can't even express what caliber of writer she is. Like Shakespeare of that caliber, to me, you know. But I keep thinking about that phrase that she said, where she was writing the manuscript, the Harry Potter manuscript, the first book, and she began it when she was 25, I think, and she was published when she was 13, or like 24 or 29, like something like this. But she said that it took her 5 years for that manuscript to be finished and submitted to publishers, and begins submitting to publishers, like 5 years. And she said that I kept putting the book down. I kept like putting it down for months. It was just sitting on my computer, and I kept putting it off, putting it down, like stopping working on it because I was convinced it was rubbish. And I get exactly what she's talking about. Like, you are looking at the person who put her manuscript as well off for like a year and a half, like for 2 years. I mean, who just wrote quite a lot, like, I don't know, 70,000 words or something, and just put it away for years, for years or for months. It was for different reasons. Like, I wouldn't say that all of it was doubting my writing, but one reason was the absence of the writing routine, which is like a different video topic, probably. And one reason was also not being sure about the plot, about you know, the relationships of the people I was writing about to each other. Like, I felt like there was not enough plot, and there was too many. I was thinking basically my way through the manuscript instead of plotting. And sometimes it works, but your writing has to be good to be actually like to be able to think your way through, like if you just wanna put your thinking and not any plot, then you gotta be really good for people to actually read it, you know. Because yeah, I feel like I'm not being eloquent enough because I'm thinking and talking at the same time. Yeah. also have a bit of a back, like, yeah, sensations in the back. But yeah, in my back, I mean. But what I mean is, I felt like part of the reason was the absence of the routine. Part of the reason was that I felt like it was underdeveloped. Like the story, there was not really much story. There was not really much going on. Like, it was just my thinking, and my, like, you know, I can't think of a word, but my musings, and like philosophical musings. But the thing is, you cannot make the reader to kind of read through your musings for like 500 pages. Maybe when you're David Foster Wallace, or like someone like a genius, maybe you can. But I'm not pretending to be that. So I knew I needed a plot. I knew I needed a dynamic. I knew I needed something to pull, like, one scene to another scene to another scene to another scene, to make, to keep the person engaged, like Margaret Atwood says in her masterclass, like, to hold the reader's attention from one scene to the next, from one scene to the next, from one scene to the next. Like, I couldn't just muse my way out of, like, through 500 pages. Like, I can't I can't pretend to be that good for people to read, like, essentially a meaningless, like, not a meaningless, but like a philosophical thing which doesn't contain any plot. But anyway, and also I felt like I was kind of writing about the main person and his, like, current woman and his ex, and I felt like the line with an ex was, like, not working. But yeah, basically I felt like it was not working in a major way, and I just kept putting it down. But once again, this is not about the doubt in your writing. The problem, like, when you doubt your writing, and I think when you do write, you know what I mean. And this is a major reason why a lot of people don't finish the manuscript, don't finish the book. They cannot, like, work on it in a consistent manner. They cannot work on it for more than 10 minutes. They just keep putting it down and putting it down. It's because there is this thing in their head, in my head as well, who's like, this is shit. This is so shit. This is shit. This is shit. This is shit. You know, or this is not good enough. Like, this sentence is bad. This comma is not in the right place. You can't find the word. This dialogue is gimmicky. This thing is too short. This thing is too long. Why does he talk like that? Why does she respond like that? You know, like, mm, 8 minutes on the clock, and I spent, like, yapping. Half of that time I spent, like, yapping on the stuff that doesn't actually relate to the doubting in the writing. Anyway, so this thing where you begin, like, rereading yourself, that's also why I'm against actually rereading myself when I, like, write the manuscript. I'm kind of, like, in favor of getting as much out as you can. Like, I don't know, 1,000 words, 2,000 words, 5,000 words, 10, like, well, however many thousand words, and you just advance, like, fucking advance. But the thing is, like, I know what it feels like when you start, like, rereading, or, like, start thinking in the process of writing, and it corrupts your mind and poisons your mood and poisons you from the inside, because there is this voice that is like, but how is she talking about this, because this doesn't work, or like, how this will work, this is unnatural, or like, oh, the sentence is so bad, and like, you really didn't do a good job here, like, you know. And this thing, like, starts to, like, rise inside you, and you start squirming because you're like, oh god, it doesn't work, like, I have to, like, redo this page and redo this thing, and your brain starts to explode. If I knew how to edit videos, I would probably, like, put an explosion in there. So, like, in here, sorry, like, an explosion, and and it's exploding. It's exploding, like, as you write. You know, sometimes you just kind of, like, this voice is kind of, like, getting a bit loud, and I sometimes even have to, like, when I try to reread, I sometimes even have to close the manuscript, because it literally starts screaming at me, oh, this is, like, horrible. How could you do this? Like a child writes like this, like no, not an adult, or like all those insults is throwing at you, and you start doubting. But doubting is a very like, it's teetering on the edge. It's teetering on the edge of that emotion, and you're really like cannot advance very well, because in your head you keep like, no, it's good, no, it's horrible, no, it's good, no, it's horrible, no, it's good, no, it's horrible. And I see it's already 10 minutes on the clock, so I'll try to not be like that long this time. But I will give an analogy about running, because actually, like in running, it's kind of like when you're in pain, when you already ran 10K, 15K, I don't know, like 19K, whatever, and your body's in pain, you're in pain, you don't have any like thresholds, like you cannot even hold back, you're just in pain, but you have to continue. Like I can guarantee you that you, if you focus on moving forward and you hold that one thought of moving forward, moving your body forward, propelling your body like to the to the finish line, if you focus on that thought, and if you laser focus, if you're like intent on it and like holding it in your mind so strong and so clear, when your intention and your direction are so clear, and you just ignore all the like wishy-washy things, it's completely different situation than when you're like, oh, I'm so in pain, like it's so painful, my legs are hurting, my chest is hurting, what if I'm ill, what if I'm this, what if I'm that. It's, and or no, I'm feeling good, no, I'm hurting, no, I'm feeling good, no, I'm hurting, it's so bad, oh no, my body is like working, it's all fine, oh no, like, you know. And this is what doubting is. It's shaking you, like it's rattling you. It's not rattling as I was saying in another video, but like it's shaking. It's like it prevents you from moving forward, because you have an added mental effort added to like you're advancing with the manuscript. Like you're mentally as well keep like stopping yourself and stopping yourself, like you stop. What if it's not good, what if it's not good, but you have to like move forward and not like constantly trip over that stuff. So it's one of the most complex things, I feel, like stopping that shit and being like, okay, I'll fix that later. Okay, that thought I'm not taking it into my head. Oh no, this is like for later, Xenia. Like this is for for myself and of the future to fix. Like I'm not taking this now. I'm not listening to you now. Like this is shut up, shut up, shut up. Because if you start doubting every phrase you write, if you start doubting every hero that appears, if you start doubting every page, starting every like turn, doubting everything, you will never advance for more than like 10 pages or something, or like 30 pages. You will always be stuck on the page number X, because that voice is like, oh, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, oh, what if it's not good? And you know, and I feel like in life, sorry, it's already 30 minutes, but like I feel like in life it's very very similar. You are trying to advance, and also the wizard Liz, I keep like mentioning her, but she was saying the same thing, that like people are yapping at you, but sometimes it's not even people. It's that thing in your head that like, oh, this is not good, this is not working, this might go wrong, this might go wrong, this might go wrong, and you keep trying to advance. You keep trying to advance, and like like this poisonous thing keeps like dripping inside of you, dripping, and sometimes you just stop, and you're like, oh fuck, like that voice is like yapping and yapping at me, and I cannot even advance, like I cannot even focus on the road, because there is like this person in the passenger seat, or this voice in the passenger seat of my brain, who is like, not a good idea, not a good idea, not a good idea. And I can guarantee you that for the YouTube, for this thing that I'm doing right now, it's also there. It's like, oh, your hair, your skin, your voice, your health, your this, your that, your voice, your accent, your name, la la la. And like, and I keep practicing that thing.